A kind scientist injected python DNA into his assistant's body. Soon after, snake scales grew on the assistant's body. His entire body underwent mutation. Just as he was about to completely transform into a python, the assistant unexpectedly passed gas at that moment. This sudden accident caught Rick by surprise. And so, the assistant became a half-human half-snake monster. This wasn't the result Rick had wanted, so he directly sold the monster to a circus. The monster became the biggest attraction in the circus. People suspected it was just someone wearing a costume, while others firmly believed he was a real monster. The circus made a fortune because of him. To further conduct his benevolent experiments, Rick hired another intern as his assistant. Looking at various bizarre hybrid creatures in the lab, David couldn't help but feel chills down his spine. Rick briefly introduced himself. He was passionate about researching various types of snakes. He wanted to try transplanting snake DNA into different creatures, to observe what changes would occur in those creatures. Since the lab housed many venomous snakes, Rick, citing safety reasons, prepared to give David an injection of antibody serum. The naive David agreed without thinking, but what he didn't know was, Rick had just injected python DNA. After a few minutes, David started feeling dizzy. Rick deceived him by saying these were all normal reactions. David fell asleep immediately after getting home. When he woke up again, he found he had slept for 3 days and 3 nights, and his face was showing signs of shedding skin. In fact, his entire body seemed to be shedding. He went to find Rick again, and Rick explained, everyone shows different symptoms to antibodies. Shedding skin was completely normal, but what he didn't know was, the shed skin was actually snake skin. He was gradually mutating. David not only failed to notice anything unusual, but felt Rick was taking very good care of him. He hadn't done any work since arriving, just needed to keep him company and chat every day. 3 days later, Rick said it was time for his second antibody shot. David still had no suspicions. After that, he often found himself staring at snakes in a daze, as if looking at his own family. There he also met Rick's daughter Lucy. They hit it off immediately and started dating. They heard the town circus was extremely popular, so they agreed to visit together. The circus manager said there was no circus show today, but instead a grand Snake Man performance. People became very interested in the Snake Man, but Lucy found it strange. She refused to go in and watch no matter what. David felt helpless, but since he often studied snakes with Rick, he wanted to see what this Snake Man was all about. But this decision would make him regret for the rest of his life.